Hello everybody and welcome back to the Happy Carpers YouTube channel. It's been a fantastic year this year. We've done next to no fishing, thanks to Boris and the current lockdown pandemic. And yeah, what can I say? We're back out. It's our first proper session and we are currently at Bluebell Lakes on the Kingfisher Lake. And yeah, what can I say? It's a stunning venue. It's really nice. The wind's blowing directly into us and I'm hoping that we can get ourselves a bite. Just unloading the car, gonna get the house up and find some nice spots and hopefully get the rods in before dark. And yeah, we'll come back to you when we've set up. Set up and managed to get all three rods in. Granted, we've used the boat. This specific water has been known to be a boiler water, and a lot of splashing tends to disturb the fish and send them at the other end of the lake. Prior to us getting here, there's been a few fish come out, which I believe, and fingers crossed we can get ourselves a bite tonight. I've put my rods a little length out and it's currently 22 foot of water thereabouts, and yeah, I've put a nice scattering of boilies, a little bit of hemp, a little bit of sweet corn, and yeah, let's hope bite time brings us something spectacular that we can film and show you, I suppose. First things first, Jaffa cake sharing.
Is that all you want? Just one?
Yeah, for now.
You have to be quick. They sell out quick.
Jaffa cake in the brew or not? I think so. And it gets 2 dips, not just one. It melts in your mouth. No. Got a good view of the water here. We're set slightly back, aren't we?
Aye.
Yeah, the rods aren't too far away.
Don't fancy rolling out of bed in some water.
Oh no. Plenty of casting room, isn't there?
Aye.
Yeah. Seems like we're in
To be fair, I don't. Yours is a bit more enclosed than what mine is.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. It's like the signal in one place. Ah! That's what happens when you dip it twice and don't hurry up about it. Once?
Yeah.
Played it now. Give it a couple of dips.
Shows how what my brew is. What did you make yours with? Cold water?
Yeah. Steaming because of the nitrous. What was it? Nitrogen. So yeah.
I think it's at full tin of gas. Puts it a lot better.
So yeah, it's kind of strange. Down near my rods, you haven't even got 3G. Or up at my bivvy, you've got 4G plus. And the only thing I can relate to why the signal's so bad is just the sheer thickness of the trees. Isn't it?
It's got to be.
Oh, last one. Look at you. Eh? I won't use any swearing words, but that's a trick. It is approaching bite time. There is quite a few fish showing out in front of us. Which is up.
So, you showing? Not even 4 or 5 rod lengths out, to be honest.
It's around about 6 o'clock-ish, I think, about now.
It's 7:15.
Tell a lie, it's 7:15. Day's gone really fast. We didn't get here till gone 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time we'd found a swim, or a good one at that. Managed to get our rods in the water.
Lucky to get a swim though, to be honest.
Yeah,
Still quite busy down here at the complex.
that's it. The complex is absolutely hammered at the moment, which is fantastic for the owners. Yeah, we managed to get 2 fantastic swims the fish have been coming out with. There's another one. Speak of the devil.
As you heard. Love the liners.
Yeah, so they're definitely there. But who knows?
We thought we had a run before, but it was a fish deciding it was taking the line a lot further than what it should have.
Nice liner, wasn't it? Nice to finally sit down and have a brew. First brew of the day, and it's 7:15. Shocking.
I can't say it's first brew a day. I had one before you came and picked Cam.
Yeah. To be fair, I did drive down with a brew. And we stopped at, obviously, McDonald's. Who doesn't have a McDonald's before fishing? Yeah, I have brought my brother with me along on this session. He's fishing in another peg down the bottom end. And yeah, I asked him to put the nearest McDonald's on our route. And for some reason, we ended up in Doncaster, in the middle of Doncaster, 30 minutes out of our way. And yeah, needless to say, it wasn't the closest. And as we got back on A1, I don't know if you noticed it, but the services just after where we'd come back on, there was a Burger King.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah.
So yeah.
But can't beat the McDonald's. Burger King's nice, but when McDonald's got specials on
Yeah.
can't grumble at them specials.
How was your burger? How was your burger?
Delicious, man.
You had
I
one
was
then.
torn between the one that I had. Oh, the big tasty.
What did you have? The barbecue one?
Smoky barbecue chicken.
Nice. I just opted for a bacon chicken mayo burger. Can't go wrong.
Hopefully, the weather's nice tomorrow. Looking at the weather forecast, though, it's
Yeah, I mean tomorrow's supposed to be the hottest day of the year potentially. I know we're only in April, but it is supposed to be the hottest day of the year.
as I say, you can't always trust the weather forecast, though, so could just change in a blink
Just
of an
trust
eye.
a good old. There's no wind at the moment, so we're all right. Yeah. What rigs have you managed to put out?
I have got 2 Ronnie rigs, and I'm on an adjustable zig, 5 foot under surface.
Nice. Have you put it out alongside the bait? Have you brought it in a bit?
The zig's not as far out as the bait, no. With them being closer in, I thought it'd be a bit more easier to put that closer in than the bait. I mean, where we are on the baited spot, it seems it's really nice. 10 wraps out, really smooth. So yeah, that's on there. And as I say, zig's a bit closer in.
They do seem like they're a lot closer in, don't they? I mean, we've been sat
Closer
here, what?
than what the zig's in that as well, to be honest.
Well, we've been sat here now, what, 5-10 minutes? And I've seen about 6 fish show. Probably 3 rod lengths off the bank.
Yeah.
That kind of close, so... There you go. Another one. And yeah, they're just, they are in this area. Whether or not they want a little feed, because I've put quite a bit of bait in, to be fair. I've gone with 3 Ronnies. So on my left and my middle, I've gone at obviously at the distance out. It is 22 foot.
Yeah, very deep.
When I used my marker, it was 22 foot, including the marker. So you know, I have put a full boat's worth of bait out there, and yeah, the right rod, I've put it over. There's an overhanging tree just to my right hand side of my swim, so I've put that at the edge of the overhanging tree. It's around about 9 foot, just at the edge of that tree, and that's only 2.5 rod lengths out in it. So I put a nice handful of boilies, a little bit of particle over the top. Nothing major, just something to tease that bite. And fingers crossed, once we get the fish biting, if we get the fish biting, can put a bit more bait in gradually, can't we?
Yeah.
Get them on the feed.
I mean, like, getting them to feed. Pressure's still high though as well.
Yeah, that's it. Pressure's high, easterly winds, and you know what the saying is, don't you? The wind blows from the east, the fish bite the least. We got this one right. And if the wind blows from the west, the fish bite the best. So yeah. But I'm hopeful.
Remember that. Write that down.
Write it down. Down. Anyway, I'm hopeful. Regardless of the wind, there's not that much wind really, is there? It's
Yeah,
a
very
little
hopeful.
surface wind.
The amount that's showing now.
Yeah. I'm confident they're in the area at least.
Yeah.
At least, yeah. So have I ever heard that it's late evening, morning bites on here? I don't know. I could be wrong. I have only fished this twice. This is my second attempt at fishing it.
First time fishing Kingy, if I'm honest.
Yeah, my first
Fished
time.
San Martin and Mallard.
Yeah.
And Swan, but I've never fished Kingy.
Yep, exactly the same for myself. I mean, it's nice to be on this water. It's quite weedy in areas, isn't it?
Yeah, in areas, yeah.
But they have got them nice soft gravel patches, and yeah, there is just them. If you spend the time finding a spot, then you're on the money all day long, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't think the weeds as high as what it can be. What I've seen it in previous years since fishing here. But there is definitely still weed out there. It's just a matter of finding us clearer spots, which obviously we have.
Which we've
Luckily.
all found.
Luckily.
Luckily, yeah.
So yeah. See what happens.
I mean, a lot of people think you're cheating if you're using a boat. The strangest thing is where we're located. Don't know whether it's to do with signal or, but both my boat and Kelvin's boat, the sonars have stopped working randomly. So it lets you get out to about 6 or 7 foot, and then all of a sudden it just crashes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the controls still work. The controls still work, but the sonar doesn't. So we actually manually found our spots.
Yeah, we are.
So put a gripper lead on, casted it about, had a nice feel left, had a nice feel right. And yeah, found that spot. And it looks like it's a little bit of a possible dip down, doesn't it? So it goes right down into the 22 foot. If you go any further than that, it comes up again. So it does look like a deep bay or a deep channel. So
Possibly, yeah.
that's how I perceived it from when I cast it out. I mean,
Yeah,
your
I mean-
swim's slightly different.
Casting out, it went down.
And down,
Took forever to land.
and down. Dunk.
Once it landed, though, I mean, yeah, it just, I mean, even 2 rod lengths from where it landed felt nice as well. So, I mean, the weed's not that far out as we're fishing, but it is
Yeah.
when you come further in, closer to us.
So to me, I'm right on the edge of where the weed is and where the silt is, and that to me is a place where the fish have potentially been feeding, because a little bit further out, a bit more, it's weed again.
Yeah.
So I am in the clear spot.
I mean, to be honest, when I casted it out anyway, the lead, like I say, brought it in 2 rod lengths, and then all I could feel from it being smooth was like gravel. So, I mean, the area where I'm at is a good enough area for how I see it.
Yeah, so we'd found our areas, put the marker float on, casted it back out after we'd wrapped it up, and yeah, let the mica come to the top, took it all the way back down, and then checked the depth, bringing it up a foot at a time. Yeah, it's pretty deep, pretty deep. But if the fish have been in this area from the previous anglers that was in the swims prior to us coming round, there has been fish coming out, and not just one or two. We're talking like 4, 5, 6, you know. And when you get that kind of information at this time of year, it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. No-brainer. Set up here. We've got a couple of days, so yeah, we'll see how we get on.
See what the next couple of nights bring.
So we're on day number 2 now. It has just passed bite time, and the sun is out again today. I have seen a few fish showing up in the upper layers, so I'm going to have a change of tactic at the moment. I'm going to change over to a zig, put a nice zig out, and hopefully we can get ourselves one of those fish that are cruising around. The pressure's quite high still. Temperature's supposed to be quite warm today. I think if we get the location right, which we have, because I can still see fish showing now. Yeah, fingers crossed they'll take a zig. So the boilies that we're using today are from the JH Baits. So the boilies that we're using today is the JH Baits range of the KLF. And yeah, these boilies are absolutely perfect for a fish meal based water. This water, like I said. So the boilies that we're using on this session are from the JH Baits KLF range. These boilies are absolutely fantastic for this kind of water, and this water is a boilie water, and these are absolutely fantastic. It's a fish meal based boilie, and it's excellent for bringing the fish in. The smell is really potent, everything about it. It's caught big carp up and down the country, and yeah, I'm hoping these does the business. Along with these, we've also put in some banana and Scopex that's just been released by JH Baits. I've had them soaking now for about a week in the banana Scopex liquid, so they are nice and soft, a nice little banquet for the carp to come in and feed on. And yeah, the range is fantastic. So if you head over to www.jhbaits.com, you can also use .co.uk and it will direct you to the same site. You can make your orders on there and you will get them really quickly. Delivery is really quickly at the minute, so head over there and get yourself some of our KLF range. Well, it's been a tough 24 hours. The rods have been in the water just over 24 hours now, and we've had a couple of liners, we've had a couple of leaps, but we haven't had any fish. Now, this specific area we're in is known as deep margins, so literally the end of your tip of your rods drip down to about 7 foot or so. And yeah, what we've done is we've brought our rods in a lot closer now, and I've put 2 zigs out quite close in because they seem like they're in the upper layers, especially with the high pressure. And what about you? What have you managed?
Got one further out still, one on the zig and one to my left underneath the tree. That's where they all seem to be coming out closer into the trees and that. As you say, we've had liners, just not any fish at the moment.
Strangely enough though, I haven't seen anything all day.
I haven't.
Not one thing. We was both up at the crack of dawn watching the water. Nothing, not even a clay spot.
Nothing giving them away. Anyway.
No, I mean the temperature dropped down to, I think it was -1 last night, wasn't it? And,
possibly, yeah, it was pretty cold.
Yeah, it was cold, freezing, and yeah, it's just one of them things. afraid. Patience is a virtue, as they call it. So, my day for sharing. Jaffa cake. No brew to dip it in this time. What are you doing? I thought you were putting sugar with a vivid then, I was going to say.
No, just wrapping it up, ready for it.
Yeah. As of today, my new venture starts. I've just been and sorted out my membership. I got the call up to say I've been successful for a membership down at Bluebell Lakes. And yeah, that's a new venture for this year, which I'm quite pleased about. Now, I've been waiting for some years now for a ticket, and it just so happens one seems to have come up. So it's amazing.
Like so once in a blue moon.
Yep.
Wind seems to be picking up.
The wind's blowing directly at us. Like I said before, it is quite cold in the wind, but when you're sat in the sun with the wind, you can't take your jumper off because you're too cool, and you can't put it on because you're too warm. So what do?
Just leave it on.
Just leave it on. Burn up your heat. Well,
I ain't having the last one, so you're alright. Not doing the same trick as what we did yesterday.
yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of our videos. Obviously, the pandemic's not helped that. It's been a bit of a tough year for all of us. Both myself and Kelvin work in the hospital industry, so we are pretty tied up in work.
Really at the moment.
It has, over the last year, it has hit hard, especially for the NHS. I know we see it on the news, a lot of people saying, you know, oh, this pandemic's not real, and it's a load of rubbish. But I can assure you, if you was to go onto the critical cares that we've seen, it's truly real, and it's definitely worth listening to what the government's saying.
Yeah.
That's anyway, less of the pandemic, we're not here for that. We're here for some fishing.
I mean, it is very hard to see as well. We have been up a couple of trees this morning as well, try to see if we can see
The thicker ones, obviously.
Just to see if we can see anything, but can't see anything. The water's pretty murky. So,
It was nice like that.
As I say, water's murky, so we're not able to see if there's any fish actually in the area. Just try to keep our eyes peeled, really, see if we can see anything. But as I say, there's nothing that's showing anywhere to give them away to what area they're in.
Let's be fair, we have been sat here freezing our nuts off watching in this wind, haven't we?
That's all we can do, really.
Later on tonight, we plan on getting a nice takeaway. Not sure what I'm going to have yet. I'm indecisive between a kebab or a burger.
Well, after your breakfast this morning, I think you should have something a bit healthier.
So yeah, my breakfast this morning consisted of, and don't judge me, a barbecue rustler burger with 3 pieces of bacon toasted in bacon fat. And yeah, if they say you don't eat like a king at fishing, you're not doing it right, clearly.
Well, on the other hand, I have porridge, so it's a bit better for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least I can have
Never
fatty
put weight
foods
on. Never put weight on eating porridge, lad.
after.
You want to get all that fatty goodness in you. Get home to your missus, fart in bedroom, and she'll kick you off. She'll go mad. So yeah, I mean, there isn't really much we can report at the minute. We are just trying to find our tactics. We are just trying to find which bait does what best. And like we said previously, it is known to be a boilie water, so we are using boilies and obviously hook baits that represent boilies, hard hookers. We're trying all different colours, or at least I am. Have you tried?
Yeah, I've tried different colours. Tried orange, white, yellow, pink at the moment. No avail at the moment.
Yeah.
As I say, with the liners, but
I've actually tried double corn with a red foam topper.
yeah,
That is quite one of my go-to rigs. The red sort of symbolises, I'm assuming, some sort of maggot or worm, and the sweet corn symbolises, well, sweet corn. So yeah, you're getting the best of both. Fish digest sweet corn incredibly easy, so you know it's one of them things that they go to on any lake, any water. Might be a boiling water, but they'll still taste sweet corn.
but to be honest, I've got sweet corn in my mix as well. So it's one of them. Just got to see what happens.
Yeah.
Trying all different tactics. It just seems to be biting. I
Yep.
should dive in and catch one instead.
Yeah. Gonna have to get a big net out at Van and you know net the lake.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll catch a fish there. Yeah. I mean, we did have trouble with our boats, like I said. Started again today. You know, took the boats out. They seem to be working a little bit better, don't they?
A bit better.
There is something definitely strange around this area where it's like jamming the signal.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
interfering with the sonar signal.
Yeah. I mean, a Chinook went over yesterday. There is an RAF base not far from here, so you know they could be doing some trading perhaps. But I can't see that affecting my lake staff. So I don't know.
There's something there anyway that's interfering with the signal. But we know where we're fishing, we know where we need to be, so
That's it. And the sun's out all weekend, so we can't get better, can we? Really?
well, can be a bit warmer.
Well, and this is how I look at it. When it's really sunny like this, high pressure, come on a social with your mates, get out, find some pegs all together, get a barbecue on the go and have a right nice laugh. If you catch a fish, you know, bonus. I know we come for fishing, but I don't just come for fishing, I come for the break and the relaxation of, you know, I love landscapes, I love everything.
David Attenborough in the making.
So the trees are very green this time of year. And yeah, I mean, I like getting outdoors, and this to me, although it's high pressure, it's quite sunny. I'm just loving being sat here with everyone. And
Talking of the high pressure though, I mean, obviously we were seeing on the deeper, the fish don't seem to be high in the water.
no,
They still seem to be in the bottom third.
which is strange, but you know they haven't been fed in many months. We are only in the month that we've been allowed to come back night fishing, if you like. Bluebell Lakes has only just recently opened its gates to both day tickets and overnight. It was closed during the full lockdown, which has give all the lakes a good break on it. It's give all the fish time to rest, heal. And yeah, I mean, just looking out at the water now, there's just a clay patch a little bit further out. I reckon that's where we put the bait in when we first turned up.
Right, as well, put the bait when we first turned up.
Yeah. Like I said, it's anyone's game.
Sure is. Nice 50 would be nice. Far more.
Yeah. Question is, have you got any boxes in case you get wet?
Oh yes.
Alright, Churchill, calm down. Oh, yeah.
Always bring a spare change of clothes because you never know when you might need them.
If anyone's listened to Ali Hamidi's podcast Recorder, you know, when you go fishing, do you change your clothes? Do you change your clothes?
I do before I'm alone.
You do. She'll never know. I mean, if I'm coming and it's like 24 hours, 48 hours, no. I sometimes change depending on how hot it is. Obviously, if you're sweating your nutsack off and your boxers are dripping, you're obviously going to change them, as I call it, the acid sweat. You end up with 2 holes in your boxers.
Depends how dirty my clothes are.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's like this, it's
Peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not having to get in the water, not having to run in. You know, we're in swims where we can thankfully have our rods on the actual platform bank, can't we? So.
I mean, they have done a lot of work with the platforms down here at Bluebell as well.
Looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah. All the lakes have been revamped while they were closed.
Put new drainage in, stop it from overflowing. Yeah. Just a shame they couldn't have told them me and you were coming down. You know, fish could have been out end up hooks, you know what I mean?
Could have been.
So.
Still time, yeah. Still time.
Still time. We are only on our second day, so we're only 24 hours in, just thereabouts, are we? So, you know, I'll be staying for another couple of days, I think, and see how we get on. If I don't catch a fish within them next couple of days, and that's it. I'm retiring. I give up. Yeah, but we all say it, you know. Oh, blank this, blank that. But again, I love getting out. It's a blank to me is I still go home happy, still go home dancing made off. We've had a 40 or a 50 or even bigger, you know.
Yeah. It's just so nice to get away from all the stresses of work and everything else. Not too bad.
Yeah, so we'll come back to you just after tea time, would say. We'll come back to you around about bite time, just after tea, and hopefully the fish have come in with this wind.
When Matthew's got his big kebab.
I might have a burger yet.
Oh well, still. When you've got your greasy food.
Greasy food, like food bear. Anyway, so yeah, we'll let you know.
Ciao for now.